Now, let us see how to trade setup on high time frame, H4 daily, weekly, and monthly. Um, you know, the best time frame where you need to find your setup are monthly, weekly, daily, and H4. So we will be finding setups there. So we have the empty setup when the candles are on the empty space, the Tenkan setup, the Kijun setup, the SSA setup, and the SSB setup, right? Those are the setup that we have. So let's see, for example, the empty setup. For example, the empty setup on are the setup where the candle are on the top at the high of the highs here, like this. Those are the empty setups, right? All of them are the empty setups. Even this one. When the candle are in the air like this, empty setup. Even this one, empty setup, empty. Those are the candle on the empty. After the price break a V, it is an empty setup. So for the empty setup, let us start with the setup in the air. The empty setup with or without Tenkan hit VRS. CHVRS means Tenkan hitting VRS on the left. Example, let's go on daily. We're gonna take the daily example like this one. We have here Tenkan, 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 emptiness, right? Tenkan empty setup here on top. Right? So those are empty setup, right? So let us take, for example, this setup, MTM. So the price dropped and hit the zone. So on daily, the price was rising. The price is rising in the daily, in the void, and should fall soon. So the daily setup that we look at will be the empty setup. The price is in the daily setup empty. That is called the empty one, with or without Tenkan hitting VRS during a bullish ticket cross, and the price is above. The price is above Ishimoku. So we have this way, right? Let us take this one. Let us take this setup, this empty setup. So on this setup, right? On this empty setup, how do you trade this? What you're gonna do is that you go on H4 on H1, you go on TSD, you go on H1. So let's go on H1 to find out that setup. I hope it is not too far away. So we can still have candles on. Okay. So you go on H1, right? What you're going to do is that you will keep buying the price inside the empty setup. If you keep continuing buying the price to the upside, right? If you see Tenkan setup 1, 2, 3 on H1 inside the void. So you look, for example, when we were inside the void, inside the empty space on H1 on daily, you see Tenkan, the first Tenkan setup on H1 now is this one. Then the second one is this one. Then the third one is this one. Then the fourth one is this one. And what happened is that the fifth setup kept going toward the upside. It kept the setup number 3 made the price go toward the upside and break this V breaker, this V breaker. Even the fifth setup make the price kept going to the upside, rising, right? But as soon the moment that you will sell this market will be when you will see an inverted Tenkan. This inverted Tenkan, you sell the market when you see in H1 the inverted Tenkan appear. Then you sell. So as soon as you see the inverted Tenkan, then you can sell. So what I mean is that every place here on the left, you can just buy. You can just buy this one. You can buy this. But you keep buying as much as the price keep going to the upside. But as soon as you see Tenkan inverted, you stop buying. You stop buying, you start selling. So the next thing that I want to emphasize is that when you sell now for the sell on the inverted Tenkan, go on break even when the price hit Kijun. So when the price hit Kijun here, go on break even, like drag the stop loss to the break even. Why? Because in H1, in 1 hour, sometimes you will see Tenkan inverted goes down one time like this. The first time that Tenkan inverted go to the downside, the price doesn't fall down. So it's a kind of fake out. A fake out Tenkan inverted for the first time. But the second time like this one, the price will really drop down to till SSB. That's why if you were on H1 and you started selling this market at this level, right? As soon as the price touches 10 Kijun, you need to go on break even. You need to drag your stop loss on break even. That's what I mean. But if you are on H4, don't miss any Tenkan inverted because Tenkan inverted in H4, Tenkan inverted in H4 doesn't have any failure. Tenkan inverted in H4 is very strong. See, for example, during this rising market, as soon as we had this Tenkan inverted from this point, right? This one, you could have just sell here and nothing, and you will not you wouldn't have seen like on H1 like two Tenkan inverted before you see the real price drop at the second Tenkan inverted. On H4, as soon as you see Tenkan inverted, the price really dropped at the first attempt of Tenkan inverted because it's a really big time frame. It's a more strong, solid time frame than H1. So I explain here is not important. Oh, actually. So now let us take the next example. Let's now take another setup. The price drops and hit the H4 setup, right? And that H4 setup that has been touched is the Tenkan setup, this Tenkan setup. So now we are on H4. So we are on H4. We need to be on H4. So let's go on H4, for example. Let's go on H4 and look at the price dropping. The price drop on Tenkan setup. This is the Tenkan setup where the price dropped down on. So now let us go on 15 minutes to find the entry. On 15 minutes, what will happen is that we go on 15 minutes and what we'll be doing, we'll be looking at is that You see, when the price drops, okay, on 15 minutes, what I try to explain here is that keep selling this price. Okay, like there is a setup H4 here, and then Tenkan 15 minutes is looking like this, and the price is going down. If the price touch Tenkan one time, second time, third time like this, keep selling till you see Tenkan inverted to the upside. When you see Tenkan inverted to the upside, then you can start buying. That's my whole point of view about what I'm trying to explain in this document, in this part. So you have one touch, second touch, third touch. What I mean here is that right? You can start buying. You can start buying this price. First of all, you sell each each time they touch you touch the can the first time, the second time, and the third time, because those are sales continuity to the downside. But the buys start when after the V breaker of the third touch here. This part of the chart, you can start buying this one. You buy, but you place your stop loss, your take profit at Tenkan 15 minutes, and you are in 15-minute time frame now. Then, if the third time that we touch, the third time we touch Tenkan in 15 minutes, create another low that breaks this bottom low. Buy after the break, after the V breaker. Buy after the V breaker and place the first take profit on Tenkan 15 minutes. But you see, as soon as you see the what do I mean? As soon as you see the Tenkan inverted to the upside, leave this position and wait the price come back and give you a Tenkan inverted to the upside like this. So that's what happened a little bit on what happened a little bit um on this part. We are on 15 minutes. Here is Tenkan 15 minutes going down like this. You have the first Tenkan touch that is combined with Kijun and SSB. I would just call it first Tenkan touch. Second Tenkan touch. Like you have three Tenkan touch to the downside here. You keep selling these ones because Tenkan is not yet inverted to the upside. You keep selling those Tenkan touches, right? But when the price fall down to the downside, break below this low, this part of the price that is below this low is an opportunity for you to buy because it is inside the H4 setup. So you normally buy here. You buy and you place your take profit on your first take profit on on Tenkan 15 minutes. But you place your first take profit as soon as it touches, you can go on break even. But if you see Tenkan inverted to the upside in 15 minutes, stop thinking about selling. Just keep continue buying this market because the Tenkan inverted gives you the signal that it is now a bullish market to the upside. It has stopped being a bearish market, a falling market. So that's what I try to mean here. So when you drop in 15 minutes, go on and go in 15 minutes, keep selling. In 15 minutes, keep selling the Tenkan setup, even if the H4 Tenkan setup, keep selling the Tenkan setup 1, 2, 3 on 15 minutes, even if the high time frame H4 Tenkan setup has been touched. But you start buying after the V breaker of the third touch. That's what I wrote here. In 15 minutes. See the setup. Tenkan touches his third time, then create this V breaker to the downside with the price within the price that goes inside the void after V breaker. That's what I mean here. After the third Tenkan setup here, the price created a V breaker at this point. So the price is now inside the void in 15 minutes. But inside that void, there is a H4 setup too, right? So start buying there. But if Tenkan sees the bend to the upside without you seeing a 1, 2, 3 Tenkan setup, enter in the upside reversal. That's what I'm saying here. When Tenkan in 15 minutes start bending to the upside, just start buying. In 15 minutes, generally don't wait for the Tenkan setup to be touched in 15 minutes 1 or 2 or 3 times because it's regularly reversed to the upside abruptly without you seeing any Tenkan 1, 2, 3. All right. So the Tenkan doesn't always make you see the first touch, the second touch to the downside. Sometimes it gives you only the first touch and then it goes to the upside. And you need to be aware that this first Tenkan set up to the upside could have failed and the price could have keep going down. And then the first Tenkan inverted to the upside would have been the good one. So on the right here, what I'm trying to say on the right here, now when you take the reversal to the upside and then you want to buy the price, you can buy the price on Tenkan inverted to the upside here. On SSB on Kijun, on Kijun, for example, here you can keep buying. On SSB inverted, you can buy. On Kijun, here you can buy. On SSA inverted, you can buy. So those are the places where I just gave you on day trading buys, right? Now, if you do scalping on 5 minutes, which is literally 5 minutes is like intradays, or in 1 minute, you can buy also on Tenkan inverted, Kijun reverse. When I say reverse, is inverted, by the way. Tenkan Kobe left after 1, 2, 3 ticket cross or twist or the twist. So that's it for. Ooh, I shouldn't touch my keyboard. Okay, now let us do another example on daily. It will be the same thing, but let's now take a daily setup. Let's now take a daily setup. Let's, for example, take this daily setup, this one, right? This daily setup. The price is falling to touch a daily setup, right? Now, the price has touched Tenkan setup and on a rising ticket cross, go on H1. So we go on 1 hour at this level. We go on 1 hour at this level. Then what we're gonna see is that on H1, right, keep selling the price. Keep selling the price if you see Tenkan being touched 1, 2, 3, because those are the continuation for the sell. For example, this is a Tenkan setup, right? We are on H1. You see, Tenkan has been touched here 1 time, 2 times. This is 1, 2. Then third time, keep selling. You know why you keep selling, even if you are inside the daily zone, is because Tenkan is still bended to the downside. Tenkan will just start bending to the upside from here. But the third touch of Tenkan will make this price being break to the downside at this level. So you sell a third touch and you will start buying. You will start buying this price when the third touch create a V breaker to the downside here. This is where you start buying. You can start buying here, right? You can start buying the price here, even if Tenkan is still bended to the downside because we are already inside the daily setup. But as soon as you will see a Tenkan inverted to the upside in 1 hour, bro, stop even thinking about sales. Just buy this to the upside. Okay. Okay, what I try to say here is that right. In TS2 reversal entry after the setup 3, 4, 5 on V breaker. So this is the setup 3, right? This is in 1 hour. The setup number 3 created this V breaker. I told you to enter here. The first take profit will be the setup number 4. But the setup number 4 on Tenkan that is still bended to the downside during this 1 hour will not create a new V breaker. So you can buy this one and go on break even, okay? And you can still buying this other one in 5 minutes. At this level, you can drop down on 5 minutes to go and buy it. But I will not drop. I will not have enough candle to drop. But you buy it here on 5 minutes. You can literally buy here on 5 minutes. Drop on 5 minutes and buy here again. But now, but as soon as Tenkan inverted appears, enter then in reversal to the upside. Okay, it's a clear purchase. Sometimes Tenkan inverted appear after the setup 2 without you seeing the setup number 3. In this case, you even saw setup number 4, 5. But sometimes you only see setup 1, 2, and then Tenkan inverted start being shown, like like this one, for example. Tenkan, there is no on this whole Tenkan that is below SSB. You didn't see like this is barely Tenkan setup number 1. But after Tenkan setup number 1, you directly see a Tenkan inverted to the upside. Don't even start arguing with the price. Start buying because you are not forced to see during a downtrend setup number 1, setup number 2, setup number 3. No, sometimes you just see setup number 1 and then the Tenkan inverted goes to the upside. That's what I try to explain. Okay. And in 1 hour, sometimes the first Tenkan inverted doesn't give, but the second one will give, like this one. If Tenkan inverted bended to the downside here first, it didn't give, but the second one gave. So that's what I explained. So now, how do you enter? You can enter on Tenkan inverted in H1, or you can enter on Kijun inverted. Like you can enter now on as a buy on Kijun inverted. You can enter on SSA inverted if the price come here on SSA inverted, right? For a buy. Okay, you have three places to buy. You can buy here, buy also on Kijun inverted here, buy on Tenkan inverted here, buy on SSA inverted too. But if you do scalping, how do you handle this case? If you are doing scalping, when you will start to buy on Kijun inverted H1 here to take a buy, you go on 15 minutes, on 5 minutes, you enter on Tenkan inverted or Kijun inverted. This one is in French. I will not translate. I don't want to translate. I don't want to. Let me just translate it. Will you translate it? This, so I will not drop, but you know that Tenkan inverted it will give you a purchase there. So let's do the monthly. It is the same thing on weekly and monthly. It's the same thing. Let us do the monthly, for example. On monthly, the price is dropping on a setup monthly, and that setup monthly is a Tenkan monthly. Why am I not seeing the price? What the hell? Let us say, for example, the price is dropping on a monthly setup. Let us say it is this setup, right? Let us say it is this setup. The price is dropping on monthly. The price has dropped on the Tenkan monthly. Price hit monthly setup Tenkan, go on daily. Go on daily. Go on daily. On daily, what will you do? On daily, keep selling the price when you see Tenkan setup 1, 2, 3, right? Like on daily, even if the monthly setup has been touched here, sell this price here. That's the first Tenkan setup. Sell again here. That's the second Tenkan setup, right? Sell, just sell, because Tenkan is still bended to the downside. So you should not be afraid to sell. Okay, just keep selling. You keep selling. You sell also this one. Okay, sell also this one. But you will start buying. Okay, you will start buying inside the empty space V breaker after the second touch or the third touch, after the second setup or the third setup. So this second setup, right, created a V breaker here. This part of the V breaker at this level. That is where you start taking long position, buy position, right? Buy position. You take this buy position, and your first take profit is on Tenkan daily, like this. Okay, you can break even this one very quickly because you don't because Tenkan inverted is not yet appeared for this setup. But as soon as you see I wanted to say something here, is that right? TS2 reversal entry after the V breaker of the setup Tenkan 43345. In daily, when the price crosses the V breaker after the setup 345, valid for 45, the setup 2 or 3, valid for 4 and 5, then can go to H1 from daily and start buying the reversal. So what I mean here is that, right? After the price create a V breaker after the setup number 2, it creates this V breaker here. Inside, because we are in a daily time frame, inside this place, right? Go on H1. Will we have enough candle to spot it on H1? Let's try to see. I don't think so. Okay, we don't have enough candle to spot it on H1. So you needed to go on H1 at that level. And what you will do is, you go on H1, you spot it on H1, and then you go on H1, and then you will start buying the inverted Tenkan to the upside like this. The inverted Tenkan that is bended to the upside, and buy this on H1 to have a better timing. Then, as soon as you see an inverted Tenkan to the upside, right, start buying the reversal entry to the upside. And on daily, as soon as you see on daily an inverted Tenkan daily to the upside like this, start buying the market here. Just buy, keep buying. Why? Because Tenkan inverted to the upside, you need to understand something. When Tenkan drops down like this, right? When Tenkan drop down and the price start touching Tenkan one time, second time, third time, right? What makes the price go to upside is this Tenkan inverted. What make you decide to buy is this Tenkan inverted to the upside. Because sometimes you will see that the price can drop only one time like this, touch one time, and then the Tenkan inverted is already created. You don't even see the second touch. So Tenkan is touched only one time. You don't even see the second touch that the Tenkan is already bended to the upside. Don't start waiting 1, 2, 3 as if you are in primary school and you need to the rule of 1, 2, 3 must be respected all of the time. There are sometimes that is not respected. So what commands you in the hierarchy of decision when you see Tenkan inverted to the upside, Tenkan inverted to the upside has more weight, has more power than 1, 2, 3 setup. That's what I mean here. So now you can take day trading, swing trading position from daily. If you buy on daily, you can buy on Tenkan inverted push trend, like you can buy literally anywhere here on SSB inverted here. You can, those are the places where you can buy, right? You can buy on daily. Now, if you go enter, you can go and enter on H1, 2 and start buying other position. Okay. I needed to erase scalping here because 15 minutes is not a scalp portion. Oh, okay. So that's all I wanted to show you. So now let's move down to the next one. So now let's move down to the bounce theory, the introduction of the bounce theory.